Mongolia, land of the eternal blue sky, where the land and culture are one. This is a place of enduring beauty, but as the nation's resources are withdrawn from the land to create economic opportunities for the people, special care must be taken to preserve this legacy for future generations. A Mongolian proverb says, "When you give a gift to Mother Earth, she returns an even greater gift." In the 21st century, this ancient wisdom has been given new meaning through a sustainable relationship with Peabody Energy and the Mongolian government. Together they have restored the former Aran coal mine site on Mongolia's northern steppes to 18 hectares of native grasslands. It's the first restoration project of its kind in the history of Mongolia. Restoration of mined land is essential to ensuring a sustainable future for Mongolians. The project has proven that this can be accomplished by Mongolians using best practices and a world-class approach while respecting Mongolia's culture and abiding reverence for the land. Many Mongolians depend on livestock production for their very survival. It is the historical backbone of the country's economy and culture. Restoring native grazing land at the Aran site returns this vital land use to the people. The remote nature of the site and uniqueness of the local culture required an adaptable approach that respected cultural values within an innovative and achievable restoration project. Peabody worked with academics, staff and students of the Mongolian Agricultural University and the Mongolian Forage Seed Producers Association to develop revegetation methods that re-establish native grasslands important to cultural values and the traditional nomadic lifestyle. But the task wasn't a simple one. Finding the right equipment and getting it to the site was quite a challenge. Seeding equipment, which had not been used previously in Mongolia, had to be imported by Peabody from half a world away. Workers were recruited individually and were trained for specific jobs. Safety and best practices were very high priorities throughout the operation. As a result, the team achieved more than 60,000 work hours without a safety incident. All restoration activity was carried out by a Mongolian workforce. The project created a stable landform with hardy native forage species that blend into the natural landscape and ensures strong compliance with the Mongolian minerals law. Many of the restoration techniques had been perfected a quarter century ago at Peabody's mine sites in the western United States. In community meetings, many residents described the hardships faced by their families and livestock due to the lack of fresh drinking water sources. So, the project team put together a plan to build a water well and pond that brought a dependable fresh water source to the region for the first time. To make sure there would be long-term local leadership in restoration land management, the partnership funded tuition and project-related expenses of university students and researchers who monitor water, soil, and plant establishment at the site. Two local families are playing important roles. One family is the custodian of the water well and keeps the upstream watershed free of potential contamination. The other family is the project caretaker and supports the nomadic herders by protecting the reclaimed area that has been fenced until vegetation is re-established. A livestock water source connected to the well has been established outside of the fenced area for use by these herders. The Aran Reclamation Project has brought many economic benefits to local communities, creating new jobs, demonstrating state-of-the-art technologies, and training the local workforce with valuable skills. University students are getting hands-on experience that enhances their career options and the potential for future reclamation activity in Mongolia. The restoration of the Aran mine site was a historic environmental achievement in a nation with more than 400 unrestored mine sites, many of which are decades old. Ministry officials have called the project a benchmark for Mongolia's future. It serves as a global environmental model for protecting the country's treasured landscape and for enhancing opportunity for future generations. Thus, as the proverb suggests, this restoration is becoming that greater gift returned by Mother Nature to the people. In the land of the eternal blue sky,